cool. I love technology. Usually this works, but my internet is not behaving today. All right, cool. So I have word that you can see me. So we are going to get started. All right, perfect. So now that I totally am off base. Anywho, so I'm so glad you guys could join us. I won't keep you very long. This will be very short and sweet, but this is just going to be a quick introduction to a little bit of the world of AdvoCare, whether you have tried products, whether you are brand spanking new, if you are working the business, want to learn how, want to do more, blah, blah, blah. This will kind of be a quick rundown of just about all of the world of AdvoCare. So a little bit about AdvoCare. We are a 23-year-old company. We are based out of Plano, Texas. We've been around for a long time. Our founder, Charlie Regis, created AdvoCare because he saw that we needed help in two very, very important areas in our life, both health and finances. Health-wise, our country is in some of the worst shape. Obesity rates are through the roof. Diabetes are through the roof. Cholesterol is through the roof. And 8 out of 10 of the world's leading killers of Americans can be diverted, I guess, in a sense, if they change their nutrition and got proper nutrition. And the other end, our country's swimming in debt. Our student loans are through the roof. Most families do not have an extra $500 if by chance something goes wrong. If somebody loses a job, most don't have a Plan B income that they can rely on. So that is why AdvoCare was created. We are advocates who care about people. So advocates who care about your health and advocates who care about your finances. So throughout this whole presentation, know that this is going to be like your quick menu. But like going to a restaurant menu. So these are your options that you have. And there is a fifth option. You can choose to do absolutely nothing. Nobody's going to be upset. Nobody's going to hound you down. No one's going to unfriend you on Facebook, all of those crazy things. But number one, you can always purchase products at full price. You can be a retail customer. You can either get it through the distributor that brought you here, try out some Spark, try out some M&S, whatever you like. You can order it online. Whatever, you always have the option to buy anything at full price. Number two is kind of where I like to direct most of my clients who, have tried products, or if you're like me and you are a mom that loves to get a discount. Number two is your wholesale customer. That is strictly just like signing up as a BJ's Club member. It costs you $79 for the whole year, and you get 20 to 30% off your products. You start out at 20%. They send you $70 in free products for your $79, and you can come and go as much as you please. It's just like BJ's Club. They don't call you to say, hey, when are you coming to shop here? AdvoCare won't either. You sign up and you come and go as much as you please. You have your own website to order from, no auto shipments, no maximums, no minimums, nothing crazy like that. 3 and 4 are kind of somebody who wants to make a little bit of money. So 3 is somebody who loves the products, but maybe wants to share with their mom, share with their husband, share with their brother, so on and so forth. I sat at number 3 for a whole year before I decided to do the business. I would run a challenge group around Christmas when I would need some extra Christmas money. We went on a cruise, so I needed some spending money, so on and so forth. Just like your wholesale customer, where there's no maximums, no minimums, if you do want to share with people, whatever percentage you're at is also the percentage that you can make in commission. Also, no strings attached. Share with your friends, and AdvoCare will send you a paycheck in the mail. Number 4 is that business advisor. So if you are on this call because you're looking to maybe build a Plan B income, or you are looking to have some more time with your kids, or even just a vacation fund that you want, that you don't have extra money with your job, but you want to go on a vacation once a year and just put money into that, that's number 4. And we'll kind of talk about that a little bit later. So a little bit about me. This is my family. These are all of the people, all of the reasons why I do AdvoCare. So when I came to AdvoCare 3 years ago, I was the heaviest I had ever been in my entire life. I was heavier than when I walked in to deliver my daughter, and she was 2. So baby weight was no longer an excuse. I was that mom hiding under layers and layers of clothing. I disappeared out of pictures from the time that my daughter was about a year old till she was 2. I didn't go to family functions. I would find an excuse because I was so embarrassed by the way I looked. So I came to AdvoCare for a weight loss standpoint. I had saw my friend Donna getting great results on products. I had heard a couple other friends who loved their Spark, Happy Mommy Juice, all of that kind of stuff. So I was pretty skeptical, I'm not going to lie. I had tried everything, done everything, tried every diet on Pinterest, everything at GNC, Vitamin Shop, stuff like that. And really, I didn't have the support. So I was pretty skeptical about AdvoCare. But honestly, I jumped on products 3 years ago, and I have absolutely never looked back, and I never regret it in a day. So like I said, I was a skeptic. I did a lot of digging. Previous to AdvoCare, I am a vet tech. I went to school at Medaille. I have $60,000 in student loan to prove it. But I am kind of medically nerdy. So when I dug and dug and dug, looking for a reason to say, hey, it's just one of those pyramid schemes and they just got junk, these are the people that I found. I looked off AdvoCare's website. I knew that if I looked on AdvoCare, of course, they're going to say everything great. So I did my own digging. But what I found were this board of doctors who blew me away. I could go on and on about each one of them. The past month, I've gotten to hear Dr. William Kramer speak, Dr. Jeffrey Blumberg speak on all kinds of stuff. But my favorite, probably, that stands out the most to me, is Dr. Stanley Dundrick. Last year alone, he was given an award completely outside of AdvoCare. These are independent scientists and research doctors. He was given an award for saving over 10 million premature babies' lives. I was floored. And he's the most humble man you'll ever meet. So he saved those babies' lives because he actually invented what's called TPN, so IV nutrition. He was a cardiac surgeon, and he was doing his surgery on patients. They were coming out of surgery great, recovering, and then dying. But not dying because of the surgery, but dying because of lack of nutrition. Because his patients couldn't eat, and so he, even though everyone told him it wasn't possible, he created a way so that you can get your nutrition through your IVs versus eating. Totally amazing. So same thing, premature babies, their guts aren't working properly. So he has a way to access, if you can access a vein, he can feed you. Super cool. William Kramer is actually a sports nutrition doctor. So if you know anybody who goes to school to be or is a personal trainer, does kinesiology, stuff like that, he has written over 200 texts that they use in those field of study. So these are pretty renowned doctors. Dr. Blumberg works a lot in anti-aging and antioxidants and stuff like that to promote longevity. Leon Redman works with women's health, all kinds of stuff. So I encourage you, if you are a skeptic like me, Google the junk out of these people. You will be blown away, I promise you. So as well as doctors, we also have the sports side of this. So also while I was digging, I found hundreds of endorsers. Drew Brees is our national spokesperson. He's been on products for about 12 years. He is the only endorser that gets a paycheck. So if you know anything about the world of sponsorships, this is a pretty big deal. And he only gets a paycheck because he actually has his own product line with us. So these are just another glimpse of some of our endorsers. And I'm sorry if my voice cracks. I've been on the phone all day. Rich Froning, he's my favorite, and I talk about him all the time. He is 4-time Reebok CrossFit Games champion. He is, quote unquote, the fittest man in the world. He gave up over a $700,000 a year contract with another supplement company to come to us for nothing. These guys do not get a paycheck. They do not see a single cent from AppleCare. What they get is $500 in free products for personal use, and that is their payment to endorse with us, which is pretty cool because these guys can get supplements anywhere. Then we have, our other sponsorships. So this past year, we kicked Gatorade off the sideline of any Major League Soccer game, which is pretty big. And it's not just for a year. It's actually a sponsorship we hold through 2019. So that's pretty cool. And if you know anything about sports, even though soccer is not really that big here, it is the biggest sport, most popular sport in the entire world. So that's kind of our tiptoe into the whole world market, I guess, per se. We also have a NASCAR. We host a Texas Bowl, Cowboy Classic. We have a basketball tournament that we host at Disney in Orlando. So a lot of cool things. You'll see our commercials on ESPN, Fox News, HGTV, YouTube, Weather Channel, all kinds of stuff. So we are everywhere. So about the products, we actually have 4 product lines. We don't carry SYS anymore. They just took that off the market a couple months ago. But we do have a little bit of everything. So most people, when they hear of AppleCare, they automatically think weight loss. While we do have a weight loss line, so it's our trim line, we also have a whole bunch of other stuff. We have over 75 products. We have the weight loss line. We have the active line. So that carries your Spark, Happy Mommy Juice, Rehydrate, which is what kicked Gatorade off the sidelines. Rehydrate's actually on the sidelines of all Major League Soccer games. Advil Bar, stuff like that. We have a general wellness line. So your regular multivitamin Coreplex, omega-3 fatty acids, mood brighteners, your herbal cleanses underneath there, joint promotion, stuff like that, just to promote general wellness. And then we also have our gym line, so our Performance Elite line. So that has your pre-workouts, your post-workouts, your protein shakes, stuff like that, nighttime recovery, all that good stuff. So there's a little bit of everything. We are not just the 24-day challenge. So I get this question a lot. Why do I have to take supplements? I eat healthy. Well, unfortunately, most of us do not grow all of our vegetables and raise our beef and chickens and have eggs and stuff available in our backyard. And we are not harvesting all of our vegetables. If you do, kudos to you. But so unfortunately, and through the winter, we cannot grow these crops in 6 feet of snow here in Rochester. So because of all of that, our foods are so mass-produced and so genetically modified that they're lacking a lot of nutrition. So even if you are, quote-unquote, eating a completely balanced diet, which I can guarantee most of you, if not all of you, are not, and if you are working out, stuff like that, supplements are just there to fill in the gaps. AppleCare is not any kind of magic pill. It is not a magic weight loss. Hey, take my pill, you're going to drop 20 pounds in a month. Don't change your diet. Nothing like that. It is teaching you how to eat properly and then filling in the gaps so that your body is truly getting everything that it needs to function properly, and also to promote endurance and recovery and strength through your workouts as well. So it kind of completes the triangle. So as far as products, products are awesome. They work. I'm going to touch on just a few. I'm just going to go through the 24-day challenge. If you have any questions about any of the other stuff, feel free to reach out to the person that invited you onto this mixer. The products work. They are the best products that I've ever taken in my life, and I've taken a lot of stuff, a lot of scary stuff, a lot of stuff that was safe, that I knew was safe, but that didn't work. And then there's a lot of stuff out there that is not so safe. It'll get you some results, but that have some pretty scary side effects. So my friend Mel in the middle, she is a college student. She works a bunch of hours, works out like crazy. These are her products results. She did not change her diet. She already eats like a superwoman, counts her macros, all that crazy stuff. She legit jumped on a 24-day challenge, changed her supplementation, filled in her gaps, and those are her results. My friend Roxanne up in the top right corner, she was a habitual yo-yo dieter. She had tried every yo-yo diet out there from the time she was 20. She is in her 50s, and she is now a retired grandma and is down, I believe, almost 60 pounds, if not more than 60 pounds by now, and feels better than she did in her 30s. So products work. They're not just for young people. They're for, the older generation, up to my grandmother's on products. She loves her Spark. She loves her Coreplex. Drinks meal replacement shakes like they're going out of business, all that kind of stuff. So I will touch on the challenge a little bit. So this is where I started. You don't have to start with a 24-day challenge. It is just the easiest for me to kind of tiptoe into. I did, however, start with a 24-day challenge because I was clueless. I had no idea how to eat. I was drinking like 1 cup of water a day and then Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper. I lived on chicken finger subs, French fries. I worked at a pizza shop at that point part-time. So the 24-day challenge for me was a complete lifestyle change. Days 1 through 10 is your cleanse phase. It's very, very gentle, but very effective. If you want to think about it, like cleaning the lint trap out of your dryer. If you don't clean that out after, every load, and you keep just hitting your button, your clothes don't dry. They stay in your dryer damp. And you just keep doing this cycle over and over and over again, and they just don't quite dry all the way. So what the Herbal Cleanse does is kind of essentially cleans out the lint trap, gets rid of all the junk in your kidneys, your liver, your colon. Just spick and spans it, gives you all the fiber you need. Your energy will be through the roof when you finish it, and you will probably drop a couple pounds just because you're cleaning out a ton of waste and you're learning how to eat properly. So you'll be on an Herbal Cleanse tablet at bedtime, spick and spans you while you're fasting in your sleep, a probiotic in the morning, a fiber drink in the morning, Omegaplex with dinner, and then Spark will replace any kind of caffeine, coffee, soda, energy drinks, Monster, blah, blah, blah. We'll replace any source of caffeine with that. So days 11 through 24 is kind of that lifestyle change. So this is building that foundation that you can stick to. M&S is honestly the one product why I signed up for a discount, because once I took M&S, I knew I was never going to go a day without taking it. M&S has every single vitamin, mineral, amino acid to help your body function properly on a cellular level. So going back to your nutrition, you're not getting everything that you need. You're not eating all the greens that you need, all of that kind of stuff. So what M&S does is it just goes in and fills in the gap. So you're going to be eating well. You're going to have 3 meals a day, 2 snacks a day. You'll be drinking plenty of water, all of that kind of stuff. So M&S just goes in and makes sure that you're getting all of the vitamins that you need. You will feel like Superman, Superwoman, whatever. You will not even realize how junky you feel until you feel amazing on M&S. On the max phase, you'll also have the option to replace a meal with a shake. You don't have to. If you want to eat, and you can eat, make breakfast, lunch, dinner, and you can make them completely balanced, by all means, go for it. But unfortunately, in my life, that is not possible. I have a shake every day before breakfast or every day for breakfast, just because in the morning I'm trying to shuffle my kid to school. I'm trying to, get the dogs out, the dogs fed, all of that kind of stuff. So it is super easy for me when I'm on the go that I can just grab a bottle of water, shake up a shake, and I have a meal. They're only 220 calories, but they are completely balanced. So your protein to carbs are balanced and they're low in fat. So it is a meal. And continuing on with the Spark and so on and so forth. So the way that this is set up is that max phase you can keep doing. So this is kind of where I like to keep my challengers, is in that max phase. And then you can cleanse every 90 days. If you stay on products and you stay with the healthy eating, the meal plan that comes with your 24-day challenge, you cleanse every 90 days. So you'll never really do another challenge ever again. You just re-cleanse and stick to the max phase. Oh, and I also want to talk about the promotion that's going on. This is huge right now. AvocCare doesn't offer free shipping like ever. And so right now through May 17th, as long as supplies last, they'll probably sell out. Right now, you can either choose to get your 24-day challenge bundle and you get a free box of Spark plus free shipping. And the cool thing about this is that it's shipping on your entire order. So if you order a challenge and you order some other stuff for friends, family, whatever, the free shipping is on your entire order, which is cool. And then also for the people who maybe aren't due for another cleanse and you can only cleanse 90 days, or maybe you don't want to do a cleanse and you just want to jump right into the max phase, they're doing that same promotion there too. So you'll get 2 boxes of M&S, a meal replacement, a box of meal replacements, canister of Spark Catalyst, which is thebomb.com, and also free shipping and a free box of Spark. So pretty cool. That's going on until May 17th. While supplies last, I'm guessing they will most definitely sell out. So now we're kind of going to shift gears. The products are great. They have completely changed my life. I am down 60 pounds. My first challenge, I lost 17 pounds in 2 pant sizes. The products work if you stay the course and you can be stubborn and stick and stay and resist those, the cravings and everybody on your back about, oh, well, you're not eating, or, oh, you're one of those healthy people, blah, 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 those naysayers. The products do work. You will feel the best you have ever felt in your entire life. I can guarantee that. But the business side of all of this is honestly what really changed my life. 3 years ago, I wanted nothing to do with the business. I still am not a salesman. I wanted nothing to do with trying to share with anybody. I wanted my products. I was selfish. All of that kind of stuff. But about 1.5 years ago, things changed. Like I said before, I was a veterinary technician, and if you have pets, love your veterinary staff. They make no money. Even your doctors, especially if they're fresh out of school, a lot of them are loaded with student loan debt to where they don't even bring home barely a paycheck. And I know for me, I went to school and I have a $60,000 student loan. Granted, not all of that was from tech school. I didn't really know what I wanted to do because unfortunately, when you graduate high school, they send you out to college, and at 18, you're supposed to know what you want to do for the rest of your life. I did not. So when about 1.5 years ago, our kind of situation changed. We moved. My husband took a new job. He's a sheriff. He's a very hardworking guy. He works overnights. He works overtime, all of that crazy stuff. But he took a new job. And with that new job, we had to relocate about 1.5 hours away. So at that point, we were moving away from all of our family. I made $12.15 an hour. So getting a babysitter, putting my daughter in daycare, really, we couldn't figure out how that was going to work as far as cost versus how much we were gonna pay versus how much I was going to bring in for a paycheck. After we figured out I was only going to bring home about $200-300 every 2 weeks as far as a paycheck, and so it wasn't worth it. But unfortunately, at that point, we were so dependent on having 2 sources of income that when I bumped down to just part-time when we moved, it sunk us financially. Quite honestly, we racked up huge amounts of debt within a very short period of time. We couldn't afford for my daughter to go to preschool. We were fighting. Our marriage was kind of crumbling. It was not a great time in our life. So, but timing is everything. I am a true believer that everything happens for a reason. And AdvoCare kind of resurfaced in my life, but not for products. I knew the products worked. But when I say the business changed our life, it changed everything for us. And this is just kind of a little glimpse of some of the people we've had. This is an old slide, so there's been a bunch of other people that have gone on to do some pretty great stuff. But basically, the business is easy-ish. I mean, you still have to work. It's not a get-rich-quick scam. It's not anything like that. But basically, the foundations of our business are, who do you know? Who do you know that drinks coffee or soda? Who do you know that drinks energy drinks? Who do you know that drinks Gatorade, Powerade, all that kind of stuff? Who do you know that's always talking about weight loss? Who's always trying the newest fad thing that's out there? Or who's a gym rat? Who do you know that goes to the gym? Because 9 times out of 10, they're taking some kind of supplement to help their workouts. And then on the other spectrum, who do you know that wants some extra income? Who do you know that maybe they have a great job that brings in a great income, but they want some time freedom to be with their kids? Maybe they don't want to travel so much for their job. Maybe they just want to bump back to part-time because their kids are living in daycare, or they're having to hire a nanny to shuffle to and from. All that kind of stuff. That is how this business works. So the business is going to be that number 4. We're going back to your options again. Again, this is kind of an old slideshow, so bear with me. But that number 5 opens up to getting paid 5 different ways. So this is where this business completely changed our lives. So most of us go to work for 1 paycheck from our boss, or maybe 2 if you're a server, waitress, you take tips, whether you're a hairstylist, stuff like that. So maybe you get paid your regular paycheck and then you get paid tips or commission, stuff like that. AdvoCare actually pays us 5 different ways, which is pretty fantastic. So you get your retail product profit. So at that advisor level, you make 40% in profit, which is pretty spectacular. Anytime someone orders from you at full price, you make 40%. Number 2 is your wholesale earnings. So if you are at 40% and you have a friend that signs up that wants to get a discount, you make a wholesale earning off of anything that they order. Anything that they share with friends and family, you make a wholesale commission off that as well. Overrides and leadership bonuses are not the same, but basically the same. So the easiest way for me to explain those is that if you are an author and you write a book, you spend a year writing your book. You just dive in and it has all of your time. And when you're finished, send it to the publisher. It goes to Barnes & Noble, Kindle, Amazon, wherever. Anytime that somebody buys that book, you forever make a profit, a percentage off of that, any place that it sells. So that's kind of essentially the same with us. So see, I spend a good solid year diving into my friend Kelly. I'm diving into her business, helping her, holding her hand, helping her do mixers, helping her do webinars, talking to her people, so on and so forth. I spend an entire year loving on her, getting her business up and running until she feels comfortable that she can kind of butt out and do her own thing, and she can kind of fly and has her own goals. I forever make a profit off of her business. So overrides go 3 levels deep. Leadership bonuses go infinity deep. So that's where like the true residual income happens. You can be on a beach getting a paycheck. You can be on vacation getting a paycheck. You can be in the hospital with your sick loved one and you don't really have a lot of time, but you get a paycheck. So that's where that residual income comes in. So the 5th way is your incentives. So as soon as you hit the advisor level, every advisor has a chance to go towards rookie bonus, which is an extra $500 cash on top of any any income that you make, just as kind of a pat on the back, congratulations. Even if you're getting to advisor for 40% off of your products, I still advise all of my people to try to go for rookie bonus, because who doesn't want $500 cash? The other incentives, and I might have a slide. So there's a little bit about the rookie bonus, is trips. So we have incentive trips. Every year, AdvoCare does two trips. This year, they're doing some other cool stuff. But these are 5-star vacations, and they're not just for the top earners. Kelly, who I was talking about before, she's kind of brand new to this company. She's only been with us for a year and has only been running with the business for about 6 or 7 months. And she is currently ranked 18 out of all of AdvoCare in her level to go to the British Virgin Islands. And it is a 5-star vacation. Our diamonds just got back from Antarctica. Who the heck goes to Antarctica? Totally cool. So your flights, your stay, your food, everything gets paid for. Most of the time they give you some spending money while you're there just to have fun. But these are just an example of some of the trips that they have gone on. Our Ruby 6 leader, Monique, she's leaving for Jackson Hole, Wyoming. She won a trip. She leaves, I believe, May 19th to go on that with her mom. All expenses paid. It's going to be awesome. Hiking, fishing, all that kind of stuff. Oh, here's a little bit on that one that she's going on. The 15th, I guess she's going. So as far as building a business, if you are a small business owner yourself, or you are thinking about going into a small business, you know that it's time consuming. You know that it is, for the first 3 to 5 years, you're not going to make any profit, because you have to figure out your tax situation. You've got to pay for packaging, shipping. You've got to be your own customer service department. You've got to pay somebody for website maintenance. You have to do marketing. You have to do payroll. All of those things come with a small business. The awesome thing with AdvoCare is that AdvoCare actually does all of that for you. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You order your stuff. Your people order their stuff. Everything gets shipped from AdvoCare. FedEx gets to them in a week. You're not after a mixer plugging in orders till 1 o'clock in the morning, sorting it all out when it gets to your house. None of that. AdvoCare handles all of that for you. So you pretty much have a business in a box, which is awesome. So as far as income, this is our income disclosure. So what I advise all of my people to do when they are looking for the income side is pick an amount per year that would make it worth it to you. That would make it worth, maybe working 5 to 10 extra hours a week, whatever you possibly can. What income do you want to make? Would $500 a month just be enough to maybe fund your vacation? Maybe pay off a little bit of debt, chip away at your student loans, chip away at your mortgage. Do you need $12,000 a year? Do you need $1,000 a month? I know that I did. I needed $2,000 a month, quite honestly, to replace my income. Do you want to come home from work? What do you make at work? Do you make $42,000 a year? Do you make $85,000 a year? What do you want to shoot for? And you just pick where you want to go, and we figure out how to get there. We build a plan according to how much or how little that you want to make, whether it is $200 a month to pay for groceries or whether you need $50,000 a month. We can figure out how to get there. So this is kind of that, as you enroll, as whether you're a discount distributor or whether you are a business builder, we all start at the same place. So even if you are just jumping in to get your discount, everybody automatically starts out at 20%. That is what you get when you sign up for $79. But what's cool is that even if you just want the discount, you can jump up discount levels. So when I started, even though I was just on products, I saw, well, great, I can get it at 20%. But why the heck am I getting these products that I know I love at 20% when I can get 40? So you can use the 40% off, not essentially to run a business, but to get 40% off of your products, which is totally cool. So these are the different levels. Once you hit $500 in retail, that's not actually what you pay out of pocket. Your discount level jumps up to 25. I know we have a couple people out there that are on the verge. This is just kind of how it breaks down. 2 challenges just about gets you to 500. Once you lock in these discount levels, they're yours for life. They never go anywhere. It's not like you have to keep anything consistent. Once you lock in 20, 30, 40% off, it's yours for life. So I guess kind of this is the end. This is where I wind down. So when I said AvoCare completely changed our life, a year ago we were drowning in debt. We were drowning. We couldn't even pay for groceries. We honestly lived on chicken, broccoli, sweet potatoes, and rice and oatmeal. Those are the only things that we can afford to buy. And we're a family of 3, so we don't have a ton of kids. But like I said, my husband's a hard worker. He works overnights, and he eats about 4 or 5 meals a night. So for us, it was draining. And when we were living in our house for 3 years and then struggling to pay our mortgage, that's not fun. So AvoCare has just kind of come in alongside of us and shown us that that's not how life has to be, given us a little bit of hope. So I guess as we wind down, look at your life right now. Are you completely happy with the way everything's going? Because chances are your 2016 looks a heck of a lot like your 2015. And 2015 looks a lot like 2014 and 13 and 12, because unless you make a change, nothing changes. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So if you have plans to pay off debt, if you have plans to go for a vacation, but you don't have any extra right now, you're living paycheck to paycheck, what are you going to do to change that? If it's not AvoCare, then what is it? And the same thing with your health. I know for me, when my daughter was 2, when I came to AvoCare for products, my 2013 at that point looked a heck of a lot like 2012. The scale was just going up. I was looking more self-conscious. I was more self-conscious every year after that. I felt like junk. So I know I needed to change. I knew I needed to change. And if it wasn't AvoCare, what was it going to be? For me, this was the easiest option. I knew I had a friend that was going to hold my hand, hold me accountable. Same thing with the business. I knew that there was no way it was going to fail because there was no way I was going to quit. So kind of as we wind down, this video has nothing to do with AvoCare. I actually just really love this video. So it's short and sweet. It's about 5 minutes. So definitely plug in and watch it. Hopefully it works. We'll see. Maybe.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I know you're going to get to your video in a second, but have you ever asked yourself why you
have to watch
actually
an advertisement first?
Watch these videos? Why you watch things like...
So many of us choose our path out of fear disguised as practicality. What we really want seems impossibly outrageous and ridiculous to expect, so we never dare to ask the universe for it. My father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that that was possible for him. And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got safe job as an accountant, and when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job, and our family had to do whatever we could to survive. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want. So you might as well take a chance on doing what you love.
When you grow up, you tend to get told that the world is the way that it is, and that your life is to live your life inside the world and try not to get in too much trouble and maybe get an education and get a job and make some money and have a family. But life can be a lot broader than that when you realize one simple thing, and that is that everything around us that we call life was made up by people that are no smarter than you.
Find out what it is you want and go after it as if your life depends on it. Why? because it does. But what do we say? But there'll always be tomorrow. Oh no. There's no guarantees you're going to show up tomorrow. There are a lot of people who were here yesterday, but they're not here today. There are a lot of opportunities that were around yesterday. They're not here today.
Right? There's no guarantees in life. But there is one guarantee. If you don't take action, there will be no outcome at all, no positive outcome. The only outcome will be that you didn't achieve anything. You didn't achieve what you wanted. See, a lot of people think that failure is a step backward. No. Failure is a step forward in the right direction. Every time you fail, you learn something from it. You gain something from it. You feel less anxiety when you're doing it again. You want to think that's a step backward? That's progress in every sense of the word. Right? So these dreams come to you, these ideas, these visions come to you for a reason. And you can either act them out or not. And there's a higher power at play.
I want you to look at your life right now and think about something that's important to you, something that gives your life a sense of value. Think about something that you'd like to have, or something you'd like to create for you, for your family, or for society. I want you to hold this thought in mind. Now, one of the first things I want you to do is don't worry about the inner conversation that you're going to have. Don't worry about how you're going to do it. That's going to come. You're going to develop a plan of action. You will find the way. You'll become the kind of person that can attract the people, the resources, and everything you need in order to make that become reality.
If you help enough people get what they want, you can have everything you want.
What is it that you looked at some point in time and you decided that you couldn't do it? That you talked yourself out of it? Whatever it is, bring it back out there. How you going to do it? That will come to you in due time. So you don't get in life what you want, ladies and gentlemen. You get in life what you are, not what you want. See, the good news is that we can always become more by working to develop ourselves. So the first process of making this your decade, you got to begin to take a look at your life and look at where are you right now? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What gives your life a sense of fulfillment, a sense of joy? What does a full, rich life mean to you? What is it that you can love doing 7 days a week that'll bring a smile to your face?
I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream.
Find out the reasons that you do what you do. Find out the reasons that will make you strong, that will make you walk by faith and not by sight. See, I know something about you, even not knowing you, that you've got greatness within you. You have the ability to do things that you can't even begin to imagine. You have talents and skills in you that you haven't even begun to reach for yet. Let's keep it real. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
When you're working at your dream, somebody said the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Oh, it's sweet. It's good to you. Why? See, when it's hard and it's a struggle, see, what you become in the process is more important than you. That's far more important. The kind of person you become, the character that you build, the courage that you develop, the faith that you're manifesting. Oh, it's something that you get up in the morning, you look yourself in the mirror, you're a different kind of person. You walk with a different kind of spirit. It doesn't matter what happens to you. The only thing matters, what are you going to do about it? Easy is not an option. It's hard living. Life is hard.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
right, perfect. Well, that is it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining us or joining me.
Your brain is like a
Go back
socket
and do something else
switch.
here.
Once you believe you are something,
This is so
you
fun.
actually
But anyways, you know, kind of take a moment and assess your life. Are you happy with how you are right now? Are you happy with how your Tuesday went? Do you love your job? Do you love what you do? Do you love waking up to an alarm clock? Do you miss your kids? If you are, awesome. If you do love your job, great. I'm not telling you that you have to quit your job. But, you know, are you happy with your health? Are you happy with the way you look? Because 97% of women, when they wake up in the morning, cringe as they walk back past the mirror naked. How many of you sit and you poke and prod and wish that something was different? That's so sad. And if you hate it, what are you going to do to change it? So kind of go home, digest. You actually are already home. I normally do this in front of people. So just sit and digest. Get on the phone with the person who invited you. They're not going to pressure you into buying anything. They're not going to pressure you into signing up for anything. But just have a great conversation with them, because chances are they're a real big champion. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday night. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, all that kind of stuff. All right. Bye-bye.